What is going on, guys? Slims here, coming at you guys with another Mortal Kombat X tutorial video. This one's going to be going over instant airs, how to become a pro at doing them, and how to get them to the lowest level at possible you can, to where it will hit your opponent's face every time. So the biggest and most important tip I can give you guys to get the instant airs out better and faster is to make sure you have your input shortcuts on. So how to get that is you go to wireless presets and you see the third button right before it says edit. It says input shortcuts. You see I have mine on. The description says special moves require less directional precision, meaning that you can press more buttons in between inputting your inputs for the fireball. So I can like jump, do something like this, you know, just, and you see my fireball still comes out. Now look at my inputs, it doesn't even look like I inputted the fireball, but it still comes out. So that's what the input shortcut does. So once you get that directional buttons to get to the the fireball, it will come out. So that's the best way to learn for new players or even pro players. It's just an easy way to get out instant airs. I do not see why you would not have this on, because what this does is it makes it so that you can get instant airs out about 50% easier than you would have to without it being on. Because without it being on, I had to be pressing like really precise buttons, the back, forward, one, to get that fireball out. But with it on, I can press like back, up, forward, one, you know. So that's basically what that does, and that's one of the best ways to do to get those instant airs out more precisely, easier, and more on time. The second tip, now that's not really a tip, it's just how I get mine out. Now I use my analog stick to jump. Okay, usually when I do my instant airs, I'm jumping back, but it registers as like, because I do them so low, it doesn't look like I'm jumping back, as you can see. But when I do my instant airs, I am jumping back with my analog stick. So I use my analog stick to jump back, then I input with the directional pad, the D-pad, back, forward, one, to get the instant air out. Now as you can see, I might press extra buttons. It's not necessarily that I'm pressing extra buttons, it's because when I jump, I might jump then press up in the middle of pressing that jump, and like trying to go from the analog stick to the D-pad, I might press like an extra directional button, and that's why it looks so like, you know, jumbled up with the directional pad buttons. But that's just how I do mine. I use the analog stick to jump, then I use the directional pad to get that out. That's just how I do my instant airs. Now I don't jump up to do my instant airs like straight up using the D-pad. You see, it doesn't come out as smoothly as it would, and that's me trying hard to get them out low. You see, I can hit them low a little bit, but it's easier for me when I jump back with the analog stick. That's my tip. That's just how I do it. Third tip I give you guys is practice your timing. So what I mean by that is what I want you guys to do is it's similar to like when you with my Dragon's Fire variation cancel tutorial, whereas you want to practice your timing, right? So the way to practice your timing with instant airs is what I want you guys to do. I want you guys to jump and put the fireball at the highest peak of the jump, basically before you start declining on your fall. So the top of your fall, before you start going back down to the floor, I want you to input the fireball. You see, like that. So what this does is it practices your timing as far as getting the fireball to go in the exact same place at the exact same time every single time. So if you look above Jax and where my fireball is going, you can see that it's actually going to the same spot every single time. So that's what I mean by as far as practicing your timing. So that's what I want you guys to do. It's an easy way to start it off, because what that does is it makes sure that you can get your inputs off for the fireball while you're in the air. And it also makes sure that you get your timing off, or just practice your timing while you're doing those instant airs. So after you do that, what you do is you try to get it lower and lower on each jump. So I hit the peak, now I'm gonna go a little bit lower, a little bit lower, a little bit lower, until I hit him in the face. So after that, I'm gonna get, you know, you start at the peak, then you get lower, 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 until you can hit him in the face every time you jump, like so. See, and you can see how low those fireballs are with the input shortcuts on. So I'm not sure if you guys can hear it with my controller, but if you can hear it, I'm using my diagonal stick, my analog stick, to jump, and then I'm pressing the D-pad to get those instant airs out. So if I do like something like this now with the input shortcuts on, it's easier for me to get those instant airs out in the corner, even though I'm dropping it miserably. See? Now it's easier for me to get those instant airs out, because if I were to turn off the input shortcuts, which I would do shortly, show you guys how it is without that shortcut. So if I would turn it off, now let's see how consistently I can get these fireballs out without these shortcuts on. So missed that one, missed that one, missed that one. Now this is the same way I do the fireballs without the shortcut on. Okay, so I got that one out. So you can see how much more inconsistent it is without the shortcut on. And again, it's the same way I do it without. Okay, I'm getting it out a little bit better now. So that's what I mean with the shortcut. It makes it that you can press more buttons in between getting that input for the instant air out. Because if I didn't have that input shortcut out and I was playing like in a match, I'd just be jumping, hitting the air, and my opponent could just do whatever they want because I'm just jumping around like a madman. So that's the whole point of that input shortcut. Again, what you want to do, put the input shortcut on if you don't have it on already. You want to practice your timing, reach the top of your jump before you fall, and get that input out for the fireball. And you also want to try, now this is not an actual tip, it's a recommendation, you might want to try jumping with your analog stick and inputting the inputs for the fireball with your directional pad. That's how I get mine out, so it might work for you guys. But those are my 3 tips to get the instant airs down pack and become a pro at it. That's how I learned how to do them. That's how I got those combos with Liu Kang and everything. I mean, that's what I do to get my instant airs out with any character, actually. So you want to practice it for you and see if it works for you. But thank you guys for watching. Peace.